officials on the same page.
Hi, so I look a hot mess. I gotta mute this TV because I've been sitting here watching the CNN and all this stuff about somebody getting shot again. And I really need to stress to people right now. When people chant no justice, no peace, they mean it. See, here's the thing. In society, we essentially have a contract. The government has a contract that it will do certain things for us, and we have a contract that we will respect certain things for the community, correct? So, given that, if the government has, for a millennia, failed to uphold its side of the contract, over time, people will feel more and more like there's no point in upholding their side of the contract. That's what society is made of. All these rules, the laws, all of that is a contract between people on how we're to conduct ourselves and how, we're to be better, right? So, what's funny to me is that if you'll watch United States of America, you'll realize that reparations were made. But guess who they were made to years and years ago? To the slaveholders. The government paid reparations to the slaveholders, but never gave the 40 acres and a mule. Things like the Black Wall Street travesty happened, and still to this day, no one wants to really recognize that, the wrong of it, and do something about it. Have any of those people's families been paid by the government for that loss of their family members, for the loss of their businesses, for the loss of just loss in general? Because it may have happened what we consider long ago, but it wasn't that long ago. I honestly feel like people say how much that we have the ability to stop this and blah, 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 but we don't support violence. Okay, here's the deal. I'm a full-blown Bible-thumping Christian, and though I don't condone the violence, I understand it. See, that's the thing. We want to condone, we want to speak against it and be upset that people are destroying things. But what about the lives that have been destroyed for hundreds of years? What about the men that are locked up for crimes that they don't commit because they were black? What about the racial injustices and the inbred social injustices in the systematic oppression? So what about all that? So we know your businesses are suffering, but have you ever thought our whole lives are? Black men have been taught for a millennia not to be there for their children. Because why? They were treated as horses to mount women, to get them pregnant. And then those women were sold off with their children, sometimes without. No, you don't hit. No. Sometimes without their children. That really hurt. So I want to express to you that no, I don't support the violence, but I do understand it. When you have been treated poorly by the country that you call home and essentially been treated like you're a foreigner in the place you were born, from the moment you came into the world, eventually you give up on it. What's sad is I fully intend on teaching my child everything that I know when it comes to my schooling, so that he can leave this country when he gets older and go somewhere safe. Somewhere safe where the taxes aren't going to have to be raised to the point where, it's like it's like before Queen Victoria came onto scene in England. You know, people are working 14-hour days and can't even, you know, get milk for the cows that they raise or buy meat enough to eat, you know. So they're starving to death. Meanwhile, they work 14-hour days. And this is what it is. This is what's going to be in America. This is why, if you haven't noticed, we work more, are paid less, and even, especially if you have a salary, there's an expectation that you never stop working, basically. But yet you don't get paid for 24/7, do you? This is why people are afraid to take vacations, because they worry that if they do, they'll lose their job. So if we really want this violence to stop, it's more than just control the police officers, stop certain actions that the police officers can do. It's all of that and more. We're beyond that point. We've been beyond that point for a long time. So until things like reparations are solidly talked about, or maybe we could call it wealth sharing, right? Until these things are talked about, until the rich are taxed so hard that they can help start taking responsibility for the government, you know, having such a tremendous, we're talking trillions. We're heading into the 100 trillions, okay? Until the rich are taxed so that they can be able to help pay for that, because they've been getting tax write-offs forever, okay? So until the rich are taxed, then we're not going to ever go anywhere. Until reparations, social justice, social equality, being able to have intentional hiring of Black people, Black women especially, not only hiring them, here's the deal, don't just hire them and pay them as much as the white man that you hired. That's what you do. You have open salary. You have open salaries so that Black woman that has the same amount of years underneath her belt, schooling, experience, whatever, as the white man that you hired, they know that they're paid the same, because that's how it should be. What happened to open honesty, straightforward equality, authenticity? I feel like if it was in a scroll, it's been burned as crisp. So yeah, everyone speaks against the violence. We speak against it on both sides. I do. But I also understand it. I understand that the white boy that killed those people was a scared little white boy who had been brainwashed by some hateful people who believed themselves that if Black people have an equal playing ground, that there will be no place for them in the world, that they will have no money, they will be lost, that they will be left hanging. Well, step up to the plate. Because my son is so silly. Because for millennia, we've been having to perform at a higher level just to be seen, let alone paid. So you want to stop being scared? Step up to the plate. Because there's a place for everyone at the table. Here's the other thing I have to say, and I'll close with this. White people, this is not a Black problem. This is not something that we can fix. And the only way that we will be able to try to speak against it or fix it is violence, just to be honest. We can petition and we can petition and we can sit here, hold on. Hi, Papa. Hi. Did you get stuck? Honey bunny. Oh, there you are. Did you get stuck down there? You're not supposed to be down there. That's why, silly boy. Okay. He got in the sunscreen and got stuck under the stroller trying to get it. Lord have mercy. Anyway, so Here's the deal, white people. If you really want to help, you know all those petitions that are started because your children are killed? Use your whiteness to set it right. Fight for the social justice as much as you fight for the stopping of gun violence and or to be able to have guns, right? As much as you fight for all of these basic things for yourselves, start fighting for other people too. Because black people don't have it anymore in them to fight on the level that's clean, I don't think. I honestly see civil war happening. I'm just praying to God that I can finish my degree and get me and my son out of this country. So, and Trump, I pray to God that you're ripped from their throne and that God brings you low, because you are so hate-filled that you are a virus that has been spewed upon this country and has become, you're worse than COVID, bud. Anyway, God bless you, everybody. Do something today. Just do one thing toward the betterment of your community. Pray. Help somebody next door. Have a conversation with a black person or a white person or a Chicano person that might be difficult. Donate money. But do something. God bless you. Bye.